Welcome to another episode of the Social Proof Podcast. My name is Donni Wiggins.
I am David Shands.
And together we are Social Proof. And together we are Social Proof. We're getting better at this. We're the only ones clapping. That's crazy. 4 years and we still don't have a proper intro.
All the stuff we do outside of this podcast is our intro.
That's our intro.
Let's go.
But we need an intro.
Okay,
let's do one.
Yep.
Not right now. So I have something that has been weighing heavily on my spirit.
Come on. Say space.
Okay. So my mom goes to get her eyebrows microbladed, which is essentially a tattoo. The same exact thing that I have with my brows, right?
Is it a tattoo?
It's a tattoo.
Oh.
Yeah, they like put in these fine hair-like strokes via a tattoo method, microblading.
Okay.
And so I sent her to, first of all, I need y'all to get all eyes on Gigi in this conversation because it's going to impact her. It's because of her.
Oh, that's who you did?
That's who did it. All eyes on Gigi. ALLEYEZ on Gigi. All eyes with a Z on the two letters Gigi. Tag her in this conversation.
That's my dog. She was actually, believe it or not, she was my neighbor. When I was in a one-bedroom apartment.
I think I remember this.
She unfollowed me.
Gigi unfollowed you?
Why would she unfollow me? She not agree with my political opinions? Which means I have to unfollow.
Oh, now Gigi is super into politics. That's what her and my mom talked about.
Oh, dang, now I got to unfollow her. Dang, we had some history too. Not like that, but like she was my neighbor. And... I was in a one-bedroom apartment, well, 2 bedrooms off Claremont. And dang, now I got to follow her.
No, there could have been a misunderstanding. We'll get to the bottom of it. When she follows
me back, we'll figure out the misunderstanding. Go ahead.
Okay, so All Eyes on Gigi does the best brow services in Atlanta. I sent my mom to go get her eyebrows done, just really randomly. And for clarity, when I went to Gigi's website to make an appointment, it was saying that she didn't have appointments available until like late September, early October. So I shot her a text and I was like, hey, I want to have my mom come in. And she's like, okay, when? I'm like, when's your first availability? She's like, I can do it Monday. This would be like a 1 day or 2 day business turnaround. Okay, so she delivered exemplary customer service. So my mom goes, she gets her brows done. Gigi sends me the invoice. The invoice is $700. But the way that her system sends the invoices out, it does not allow you to add a tip, okay? So I paid the invoice. I paid the invoice yesterday. And since yesterday, I have been guilt-ridden with the fact that I couldn't tip her. So number one, do you tip on a tattoo? Like technically that's what it is. It's $700. Are we tipping on $700 tattoos? One, is that why she has it set up? Because she's not expecting a tip on this service? Or two, like, should I say something to her because I want to throw her a couple dollars, on a tip? I'm a tipper. What would you do?
I would pay it and then tell the person, hey, I know she didn't really have a tip thing on there because I don't want you to send me like just I don't want the pressure of, oh really? How much do you want me to add for your tip? I don't want to do that. So I pay it first. And then I would just for, helping the business, like, I know she didn't have a tip option on there. Did you know that? Because they might not know it.
But then what if she says, oh, I can bill you for a tip. How much do you want to do?
It's harder to do that after you paid it. It's harder for somebody to say that.
So I do say something.
Yeah, say something. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Because then at least she knows that you were thinking about it. And if she didn't know, then she doesn't think, oh, this person doesn't tip. And here's the thing. Are you required to first off, who are we supposed to tip? Who are we supposed to tip? Other than a restaurant. So restaurants, I understand it because I've been there. They make $2.13 an hour in Georgia at least. I think more in California. But they make a small amount of money that pretty much covers taxes or whatever, or they're paying you just enough to be legal. But you make all your money from tips, right? So because it's set up that way, I understand that you have to tip in a restaurant, and TIP stands for to ensure proper service.
Well, and do you know that, first of all, there's a tattoo artist in one of our chats that says, if you scroll down, I think on Dave's,
Anybody giving a service?
He said that coming from the tattoo industry, they get a lot of like grief on asking for a tip. Now, tips, say what the acronym means again.
To ensure proper service.
To ensure proper service. Do you know that you're actually, like, when tips were created, it was to be done in advance of your service? Like, you walk in and you say, I'm going to give you $20 to take care of my party all night. Keep the drinks coming. It wasn't supposed to be something that happened after the fact. It was to ensure that you received proper service. The only way you could do that is to tip in advance.
I like that. So this is something I always like struggle with. It's off the screen, Reese. Who are you supposed to tip, right? Because restaurants are set up that way, I understand that's how they make their money. But if you're charging me an amount of money for something, it's all going in your pocket anyway. Why am I tipping on top of that? I've never had somebody book me for a speaking gig and give me a tip, even though I'm providing a service.
I've never been given gratuity for speaking. Do you know one of the places that I hate tipping? Like, I got to think about it every time.
What's that?
The nail salon. Yo, they piss me off with those tips, because if they have 2 or 3 people working on you, somebody comes over and removes the gel polish, somebody's doing the nails, somebody does your toes, all 3 of them expect a tip. And they will look at you when you fill out your tip at the end like, I literally, a couple of years ago, in Atlantic Station, there's a nail bar in Atlantic Station, and this was some years ago, but I was so offended because you get there and at the nail salon there anyway, they say, how much do you want to leave for a tip? And let's just say I said like $10 or something like that. The guy responds and he says, you had 3 people working on your service, right? But sir, if you don't quit playing with me right now, all right? Quit playing with me right now. And so with nails particularly, I believe that the base pricing model has become so out of hand. So like now this place that I go to, I get gel nail polish on top of my regular nails, right? They charge me like $15 to soak the gel off. It's required for the service. It's required for the like. I go in and I'm already $15 in for this, and then it's like another $65 to put it back on. And then if I have gel polish on my toes, they're charging me when all they do is take a cotton swab, lay it on top of your nails, come back and check on it later. Or they pour some acetone in a bowl and you rub in your hand. I'm doing all the work.
Yeah.
You're not doing anything, and that acetone costs you a cool $2.
Right.
So why am I tipping? Why am I paying? That's your tip.
Yeah, see, I think, and I mean, maybe I'll get crucified from the black community, but the whole barber thing too. First off, a haircut used to be $10, right? And then you throw a couple dollars on top of the 10, $5. You get a lineup for $5. Now it's $40. Whole haircut is like $60, $50, whatever. You are telling me this is how much it's going to cost for me to do this service, and I'm looking to pay that. But then you want money on top of what you're asking me to pay you for your particular service. I'm giving a service. Donnie's giving a service of coaching. You do one-on-one. That's like, okay, well, this is the price. And then after they pay the invoice, you look at it and I'm like, where's my tip?
That's a really good point. I have a public service announcement. I need all my clients to start tipping. I am making
100%.
I need all my clients to start tipping. 100%. I think the problem is that they're set up on automatic drafted payments. But I am now going to send you a checkout confirmation that says, would you like to add an additional customary 20% tip for my services?
I think the tip should be based on you doing something above and beyond what your responsibility is. Your responsibility as a barber is to cut my hair. That's what I'm paying you for. Now, if you cut my hair, if I'm in there and you put the little towel on my joint and you doing all kind of, I'm like, yo, you did more than I asked you. Okay, so it's a tip.
But isn't everything a tip? Like if I go into Foot Action right now, right? Above and beyond could mean I came in for that sneaker and you bring me an 8 and an 8.5 because that's your job. That's the framework. But then when I start saying, ooh, let me try that one, and that one, and then I put all those boxes back, buy one pair of shoes maybe, you don't tip the guy at Foot Action.
Exactly.
Everything is a service. Like, we're typically paying our money for a service. Even if you're buying a product, somebody had to pack it and ship it. Do we add a little tip for the fulfillment team?
For sure.
No.
Or if the person isn't an entrepreneur and they're doing their job, the bell guy who takes my bag and welcomes me and takes my bag upstairs and they're waiting there and they open and all that kind of stuff. You know what? I appreciate you, brother, because you get paid by the hour to be at that door. But I mean, maybe a part of your job is offering the service, but I'll tip that because it's not like you're charging me for that. Or I feel more comfortable tipping the valet guy when parking was free. You feel me? If you go to a restaurant, they valet your car. Sometimes they don't charge you for the valet. That's just your job. They're paying you a couple hours an hour or whatever. Or if it's you're charging me for that. So why would I pay on top? And I do because I feel pressure. But I'm glad we're having this conversation so I can get off my chest.
So what if, because I believe that tipping culture has just gotten out of control.
It's ridiculous.
And I love to tip. I love to tip for good service. We've been in places where we've tipped 100% on the bill, like so many times.
Not often, not all the time.
Okay, well, I've done it plenty of times.
I haven't done it plenty.
Okay.
100%?
100%, especially at holidays. Don't get a Donni Wiggins sitting at your table and you've given me exemplary customer service.
If you're super lit, I'll go crazy.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure. Now, but here's something. What if, as a business owner, you say, I'm going to do it differently, and I am going to have a no-tip policy. You cannot tip me.
I'd go there more.
You cannot tip me because you've already factored in what you want in a tip into your pricing model, and you've made it make sense. Your service speaks so well about your pricing that nobody's asking any questions. But David, I'm going to come and I'm going to cut your hair. Oh, no. You cannot tip me.
Yeah.
I think somebody could change the game with that.
100%.
Imagine being an esthetician or a hair salon owner or a nail salon or a barber, and you're saying, oh, no. Tips aren't welcome here. We just want to deliver great customer service. It's built into our customer service is built into your price.
Yo, you know what they're doing? They're relieving that little pressure at the end of the thought process.
Anxiety.
It's anxiety, for
especially
sure.
if they stand there waiting on you to check out. Why would your system be set up for you to have to ask me how much I want to tip?
I don't like it.
I don't like it. Don't ask me how much, because like now I'm afraid.
Yeah.
This little panic attack that comes through me.
Okay. And I'm coming from this restaurant industry, to-go food. How do we handle this? How do we handle the to-go? I got to get out of my car, come pick it up. Now, I always tip because, again, those are my family members, and I just be doing the most because I'll never forget working at the Cheesecake Factory and all these server jobs. But the to-go, how do we handle that? How do you handle that? Not how do you handle it? How do you think it should be handled?
So let me say this. I don't have an issue with tipping when service is great and pricing is already reasonable, right? But if the pricing is unreasonable and your service was subpar, I have a problem tipping. I'm a constant 20% tipper. If I'm picking up a to-go order, though, I'm not tipping you 20%. I'm just not. I am absolutely not, because my bag was sitting right there. And somebody got to bring the food to the front anyway.
Somebody got to. And we're not even tipping that person.
We're not tipping the person.
Cashier who rang it up.
And so I do offer a tip, though, because it's on there. So usually if I'm like picking some food up, I'll throw them $5 or something, which is really insulting, because what are you going to do with $5? Like, my to-go tip has been the same for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
It hasn't changed, but inflation has changed. The cost of living has changed. But for me, it's changing too. So I just can't be tipping everybody $20 for doing a job that doesn't like, you didn't serve me.
Yeah.
If that's the case, because somebody would say, well, somebody had to put your fork in your bag and give you your bag. Okay. Well, when I go into Saks and buy my shoes, they have to bag my shoes, box my shoes, take the lid off to make sure I have both sizes, put the receipt in my bag, shake my hand. I didn't tip them.
Let's talk about this too. Then 20% was the gold standard. Now Them little joints, 22. They slide a little 30 in there.
I was going to say, remember we were somewhere and they had a 30% option.
I see it all the time.
Excuse, pardon me?
I went to Five Guys yesterday. Got a burger every time. After you pay for your burger, remember fast food is supposed to be fast food. You go pay for your food, and I always tip. I always do the tip. But you know what? I feel like I don't like the fact that I feel obligated. For Five Guys, it's the person ring it up, the person in the back cook. I don't know. And the food's more expensive now. And listen, first off, let's just clear this up. I'm not hating on anybody in that industry. I don't want y'all to think, oh, he changed. Because if I was in that position, I'd be like, yeah, I like the fact we got the 22 and the 30 up there. And I do it. I still do it, especially in food. But
back to tips are
real quick. First class, they go above and beyond.
I think I saw you was it you who talked about tipping a flight attendant?
No, I never have. But am I?
Somebody recently, within the last couple of weeks or maybe a month or so, said that they tipped their flight attendant in first class. I never even thought about that. I never even thought about it. Weak ass drinks. Like, why am I? What am I tipping on exactly? Like, what are we doing? Listen, you were hired to service this part of the plane. I don't know if you get paid more up here in first class. I have no idea. I appreciate the service. I say thank you. I am incredibly grateful. But tip you how? I don't even have any cash. There's nothing to pay for up here.
Hotel staff.
I have been known to leave money for my housekeepers. Yeah, for sure. I will leave money on them. I leave it on the nightstand when I check out. Or I'll leave it on the bed.
What if you're doing it a couple of days?
No. I tip at the end. I tip at checkout.
Okay. Because if I left money on my nightstand and they just think it's for them, I'd be pissed.
Oh, for sure. I'm filing a complaint. Somebody's losing their job today. You stole my money. What happens though, because tips, and it was Jim Rohn who I learned this from, to ensure proper service, what happens when your hairstylist or your barber jacks you up a little bit?
They don't get no discounts.
That hairline is just a little, he pushed it back a little bit this time, just on that one little piece. Mm-hmm. They don't offer a discount. They don't give you a discount when they're late. They don't give you a discount when you're sitting there and he's like, one more person in front of you and it's been 3.
Yeah. So
if my pricing isn't dependent on your service, why is my pricing what you get isn't dependent upon your service, but what I have to pay you is dependent upon anything extra that you're doing?
Oh, bro, I get so much anxiety around tipping. Oh my gosh, because I'm already concerned about what people think about me anyway. So every time I get the question of the tip, it's like I feel like I do it out of obligation. But what you were saying was right. As an entrepreneur, if you're not welcoming tips, it's a better experience. I was at my shouts out to Tony, one of my mentors. We were at his house and he was having a party and the bartender was making the drinks. And I pulled out some cash. It was at his house, pulled out some cash, and she was like, no, I don't accept tips. And I said, what? And I went to Tony like, yo, bro, I can't tip. He said, no. He says, actually, that's an insult or something like that. Or I might have suggested, yo, you should have a tip jar, something like that. And he said, that's not classy at an event like this. You don't like try to nickel and dime and have a little tip jar. So I thought that it actually created a better experience for me because now I could just go get my drinks. I'm not worried about how much cash I have. Do I tip every time I go see you? Or will you remember this once? You ever put a tip in a jar and you wait for them to see you put the tip in the jar? You're like,
I have.
Right here. I'm tipping.
I have.
Put that slow.
Especially at like VIP, like events like that, I'll be like, I'm going to throw this 20 in here. It's for the whole night. It's for my whole, it's for everything. But if I were throwing an event that offered an open bar, I wouldn't allow whoever was doing the service to have a tip jar either. It's tacky.
It's tacky.
To me, it's incredibly tacky. However, I am going to assume the responsibility of giving you a 20% tip at the end of the night. Like, I'm going to tip you for all the service that you've provided my guest. Yep. I don't want people feeling like they got to be standing in line looking for Cash Apps and Venmos and Zelles. no tips. And there will be a sign that literally says no tips required, no tips accepted, something like that. Because it's tacky. Imagine being at a wedding or at a black tie and you over here talking about how do you accept tips? No, thank you. Not at an organized event.
There's a lot of things you can do with $500. I mean, you can have a night out with your significant other. You could buy some really expensive shoes. Well, really nice shoes are about double $500. You could buy a course where you can learn something for $500. But I have something better for you to do with the $500. I want to meet with you every single morning for the rest of your life. Well, maybe not the rest of your life, but every morning, Monday through Friday, for the rest of the year. I have information and game that have allowed me to build a successful business, a successful community, and a successful life all the way around. But I want to share that with you. But the only way we can accomplish this is not me selling you a course, not me giving you a one-on-one consultation, because even with that, you'll get the information, but you'll need more. I want to meet with you every single morning. Now, would I meet with someone every morning for $500 for a year? And the answer is yes. Actually, we've been doing this thing since 2017. We have what's called the morning meetup. Every single month, we have a theme, whether it's social media, whether it's motivation, whether it's strategy, whatever it is, we have a theme for the month. And every morning in that month, we have a conversation around that topic. And I am giving a wealth of knowledge, not only myself, but a lot of friends, a lot of people that you see on this podcast. They join every single week. So you need a community of people that you can grow with, and you need a coach. I'm your coach. The Morning Meetup is your community. Go to themorningmeetup.com. It's $499, and I will meet you every single morning for an entire year. Give it a shot. Yo, let's open up a stylist boutique with barbers and hairstylists called No Tips Allowed.
Okay, so
just come in, pay your service, and you
pay
leave.
for your service and go.
Well, I mean, the tip is wrapped in because we want to take care of the people, but
for sure,
I like that.
I like it. No tip salon.
No tip salon. No tip salon.
No tip salon.
I think that'd be a game changer.
I think we'd be on to something.
And if you're having a service, like before they sit down, hey, just to let you know, I'm about to cut your grass, but I don't accept tips. Just pay your invoice, please. I feel so good about that. People that cut your grass, I know you're in a condo. But I think everybody's requiring a tip, which I don't know, man.
And the only place that I feel like is for sure needing to be warranted is for waitresses and bartenders, like without question, because they don't get paid a livable hourly wage. Yeah. But everything else, like, stop playing. My hair was just $600, not this hair, but my hair $600. Like, let's just say, so a lot of my stylists and service providers come to my house. So I'm paying your fee, which is a little bit higher. And then I'm also paying your travel fee. I'm supposed to tip you too?
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about this, because it shows for entrepreneurs, I think tipping, giving the option to tip could be a good thing, because now you're playing on people like me who feel the obligation to tip. Like, we go to an Invest Fest, you got the vendor marketplace. If you're selling t-shirts, it might be a good idea just to have the option on there. Because somebody like me, if I like you, I'll tip. If it's not on there, I can't. I think that'd be a good idea. It's like I'm giving like two different types of advice.
No.
Because now you're playing on a group of people who do enjoy tip, and they get value from tipping.
If you check me out for your hoodie, and there's a line item for tipping,
you're not putting it back.
I'm buying my hoodie and I'm not tipping, and I'm talking about you.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm probably even going to say, there's a line item for tipping. Do you guys offer something else?
And that's when I say it's just the system. It's on there, so ignore it. It's cool.
Maybe, but even
some people will go hit that little.
Even more strategic would still be to have the sign that says no tips allowed. Deliver, train, SOP, standardized, exemplary customer service. Imagine somebody, like, I'm driving my daughter's car right now. And she has a car that takes gas. I forget, a gasoline tank car. Well, because the last car I had was electric, so I don't. Anyway, so I'm driving.
What y'all be doing?
I don't know what y'all be doing with the gas. So even before I had my electric car, I only go to a full service gas station. And I go to a full station gas station not because I love the luxury of full service, but pumping gas gives me anxiety. Thinking about the whole process, stepping on that stuff that be outside on the ground, right outside the gas pump, touching the gas pump handle, it just gives me anxiety. So I choose to go to a full service gas station. If that nice man who pumps the gas for me said, oh, no, we don't take tips, after he has filled up my tank, checked my tire pressure, cleaned off my windows, I'm going to say, oh, I'm not standing for it. I insist, and I'm going to tip him more. The strategy would be outstanding and dynamic customer experiences every time, and the service was on me. People like a me who believes in the tip culture would insist. Yeah. No, I'm going to just put this in your hand. Don't let your boss see that.
Yeah. All right. So Tiff, actually I used to work with her. She said, now David, you came from Cheesecake Factory though. Without those tips, you wouldn't have had the money to support your t-shirt business. We can't take tips away from people who depend on extra money. And that's what I said. In a service-based industry where that's the structure, you only make $2 an hour, $3 an hour. And the tips are how you make money. So yes, of course, in that scenario. However, if an entrepreneur, a barber, who decided on his little chart that he's gonna charge me $50 for this cut, I wanna pay the $50. Or just charge me $60. Charge $50, put my little $10 tip in there, just so I don't have the anxiety. I can see it and know what I'm gonna pay. It's the anxiety for me of what I gotta decide to do at that moment. And it makes me feel uncomfortable. But what I was saying is, in a vendor area, because it's not expected to tip, now we're just given an option and we just blame it on the system.
When you get off, if you were riding a bus, we tip Lyft and Uber drivers. But if you were riding the bus...
You do it every time?
No, I don't always tip a Lyft and Uber driver because I only typically take black cars. If they didn't get out the car and open my door, I'm not tipping them. You know how I feel about that. Because
in Miami,
my God. Because usually I'm struggling with a lot of bags and they looking at me, I'm looking at them, we having a stare off. Mm-hmm. You are absolutely not getting a tip, right? And then one man, was I with you? I don't know. Somewhere where we're headed to the airport and I have bags. It's me and somebody else. I thought it was you. Maybe it wasn't. And he's just sitting in his car, right? He's sitting in his car. And so I'm standing at the door. I'm not lifting these bags in the back of your car. I could have called a regular car if I didn't want help.
Pop the truck.
And he says, I can't get out of the car. I'm not getting out of the car. I said, sir, cancel the ride.
Dang.
Just cancel the ride. Because the reason that your pricing is higher than an Uber, if you accepted this same job, because it happens, if it's an Uber XL, which is just where your larger standard SUVs come, but a black car, a Suburban can pick it up. They can say, I'll take this Uber XL ride. That ride might cost $30. Mm-hmm. But if I book that same exact car and you accepted a black service ride, then that ride is now $70, right? Yeah. Sir, you understand that the premium is for assistance. And if you don't assist me, I am not. Now, sometimes as I'm getting in the car, picking me up where I live, it's kind of dangerous for them to get out of the car because of the street that I live on. Nope, let's make this quick. And so as I'm approaching the car, I'll say, no, don't get out the car. I got it. And I hop in the car real quick and I'll tip them. Yeah.
We went to France a couple months ago and I give the person my credit card and they come back with the receipt. And they sign it, no slot for a tip. And I was like, there's no tip? I said, how can I tip you? And the guy was like, if you want to. I was like, what you mean? And I was really like, why are you doing this? Almost I don't understand. Why can't you? And I was like, if you want to. So I wound up tipping. And then I realized that that's just the culture in France. They don't do tips. So I stopped pushing the issue. Like, let me make sure I give you more than, because that's just not the culture out there. And it felt really, really good that I can look at the menu, order what I want, and I could pay that. Mm-hmm. That felt good to me.
That's also a very similar vibe in Jamaica. They don't really accept tips from you, like on the resort at least. Mm-hmm. They don't be wanting to, oh, no, Miss Wiggins, this is my job, but thank you. I'm going to tip you anyway. But I appreciate not having that pressure. Somebody commented and said, these entrepreneurs don't know their value. They add tips to see if others value them more or if their price is fair.
Oh, say that one more time.
These entrepreneurs don't know their value. They add tips to see if others value them more or if their price is fair. So basically saying they add the option for tips to see, can I get more money out of it? Like, is my pricing right? Are people tipping me because I'm not charging enough?
Actually, not a bad perspective. Not a bad perspective. And some people get value from wanting to be the person that tips more. And so Five Guys, I always do the tip every single time because the option is there. Because
I'm not tipping y'all at Five Guys. I will stop eating there before I start tipping at Five Guys.
Here's my thought process. Because it's there, I know that they can use the $3 more than I can. Right? It's like it's $3-4, and I don't know how they're splitting it or dividing it. I don't know how that works. But I always do it when there's an option, even though I get the anxiety. I'm like, I don't really want this. I always do it because I know it's not that much to me, but it would mean more to the person that's offering the service. I just don't like the fact that it's like expected in a standard. That I'm not.
I don't like it. It was Milan. Milan commented, shout out to my girl Milano Di Rouge. She was with me when that Uber driver just like looked at us like, y'all got y'all bags? Boy.
It was a black car?
It was a black car. I only ride in black cars.
Not only. Let's not start capping. Let's not start that, Donni. A couple times you was with me.
A couple of with you for sure.
Yes,
for sure. David will call any old ride. Okay, we were literally just in Miami, and I don't know why you do this. The guy picks us up. I'm on one side of the car and Dave's on the other side. And as soon as the doors open, the seat is covered in that, whatever this white stuff is that be on the back of these seats.
It wasn't covered in white
It was
stuff.
covered in large white spots. And I start immediately thinking bodily fluid.
Hold on. First off, you're not giving, it wasn't large white spots. It was like a spot, it's like outlined it white. It was, the whole thing wasn't white. It was just
there were several of these spots that once they dry, they outline in white, right? So the guy opens the door for me. The hotel, the hotel valet guys opened the door for me for this Uber that Davis called. And I'm like about to step in and I look down and I'm like, because I'm already telling him like, you already know what's up. You already know what's up. I don't know why it happens, especially in Miami. So I look down at the car and I'm so annoyed. And David but there's no stains on his side.
She's like, you already know.
You already know. We about to switch sides. Because I'm going to cancel the car. Okay. I probably had on shorts or something that I'm not sitting on this. So now I look at Dave. I'm like, you already know. We got to switch sides.
Hey, look, I'll wait them extra couple minutes on Uber too. You know, I'd be there.
He'd be standing there like, oh, it'll just be 7 minutes.
Are you okay to wait another 7? For sure. It'd be like $3 less. I'm doing that. I got a couple minutes. I'll scroll through Instagram.
Wherever you are in this video, wherever you're watching, drop it in the comments. What industry right now just should end tips altogether? What industries should we not be tipping? In a minute, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. Starbucks
you gotta do a tip?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really?
Yeah. You gotta tip your barista.
You see what I'm saying? First, America, this is getting out of control. But I also want to be sensitive to the fact that that the person that's receiving the tip is appreciative. So I don't want to talk from a perspective of, all right, first I was relying on tips. And maybe my mindset changed on tips, throughout my career. So I want to be sensitive to that, but I get anxiety, man.
So what about though? Okay, so something happened and it was really weird because I've been I always check. You know how they put the tip suggestions at the bottom of your receipt to tell you what 20%, 30% would be? Yo, when I see 30%, I'll probably never come back to your establishment. Like, you've really pissed me off at that point, right? But they have the tip suggestions at the bottom of the tab. And I have seen so many times where it would be more than 20%. The 20% is actually more like 23%, right? Well, I was eating at, me and my friend Terrell were eating at Gypsy Kitchen this past Sunday. And the tip suggestion, I never follow the tip suggestions. I just do my own math. All of the tip suggestions were like 2 or 3% lower than what the math actually ended up being.
Let me tell you why. Why? Because they're calculating it pre-tax.
No, I did the math on that and the math on the post-tax. Like, how are they figuring this out? And so I told the server, I waited to tell the server to come back. And I said, hey, I can't figure it out. This math isn't adding up either way. I've taken the tax out. I've done it with the tax in. I just want to let you know that you need to talk to your manager and have these tips calculated. I don't know how they have their POS programmed, but it's not calculating the proper tip for you. This man was so thankful because I gave him his real 20%, right? But the point that I was making to your point about tipping people and the server being super excited, there are also so many restaurants or places, establishments that don't give 100% of that tip to the server. How do we feel about that? Like, now I have a problem. I don't know.
Well, I don't know that's. Well, I don't know that to be true.
They do that.
Who?
So especially at like if you work at the strip club and even some restaurants, you have to tip out the DJ, you have to tip out the bus boys.
Yeah, it comes to that person, but they're paying it out. But it's based on what.
Didn't the DJ get paid? Is the DJ not getting paid?
Well, it kind of depends. So let's say, for instance, I would agree with that. If I was on a pool and I was up there, I was on stage going crazy, and the DJ is hyping me up to make sure that people come drop a couple dollars on my back, I'd give a couple dollars.
But shouldn't that be optional?
To ensure proper service when I'm on that pole.
Set my set up.
Come on, you know the songs I need, DJ.
You know the songs that get the crowd moving. You get the crowd moving, it gets me moving, we all gonna make some money. But should that not be an option? Should it not be an option to say, you showed me some love? Because at the end of the night, if you gave me terrible songs on my set and I still have to tip you, or even in those environments where, like bartenders or at events where there is a tip jar, there's a tip jar and I've been busting my butt the whole night and you over there on your phone the whole time doing stuff. I'm handling people who you hadn't brought their drink. You forgot to refill their cup. And now I have to split these tips evenly with you at the end of the night. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Also, why does CVS and Walgreens be having a tip jar at the counter?
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Are you talking about for the Red Cross joint?
Is that what it's for?
Yeah, it's the little Red Cross.
You think that money be going to the Red Cross?
I will never do that. Grocery stores, nothing.
Do you think that money be going to the Red Cross?
These little girls? No, I don't. No, my answer is always no, because I don't know where that's going. I don't know where that's going. The credit card processing company, they getting a little piece of my little tip. I'm cool. I don't do none of that.
I just don't like the culture of tipping someone who went above and beyond for me, and then at the end of their shift, they have to split this money with so many other people, right? The bartenders, the DJ, the house manager, like the bus boys, because you can't guarantee. I don't feel good about that. I believe that employers should do better at paying those people the wages that they deserve, or their salary is based on, or their pay is based on something else. Because you have, like, we've had some outstanding service before, outstanding. And the busboy, I'm sure, isn't getting paid a lot, but also those dishes been sitting on that table since those people left 15 minutes ago. You're holding it up in my area now because I can't get this table clean. Or you come over here and you do a super sloppy job. It's still somebody's dropped fork under the table's still sticky, and I have to share my tip with you at the end of the night. This experience is impacting the tip that we're getting in the first place. I don't like that model.
Yes. So I think the model should be, if you're working a job where the job in the restaurant industry, of course, your income is predicated on you providing an excellent service, you should make more than the other people. We all make 213. What makes people who make more or make less is their ability to perform when all things are the same, right? But if you are, this is my real frustration. If you are an entrepreneur and you decided to charge me X amount of dollars for something for your business model, I don't feel like I should be responsible for tipping you above what you decided you wanted to charge me, i.e. barbers, stylists, estheticians, people that's doing your maintenance for your lawn and stuff like that. You came up with a price. Now, if you're gonna do some extra stuff and I'm like, oh, yo, you went, then let me out of the kindness of my heart, but I just don't like I just don't like the responsibility because it frustrates me, to be honest.
So I was faced with a situation maybe a month ago. Me and two of my homegirls went to a strip club. And we're sitting in the corner. We all want a corner booth, because we don't really want to be seen. And so we're sitting in the corner. Yeah, we just wanted to see. And not even really that. It was super late and we wanted a place where we could go have some drinks. So strip club, and we wanted food. So we're sitting at this place. Now, if I am in your club, if I'm in your business, I'm going to patronize your business. I'm not going to walk into your restaurant and just take a free seat without ordering food. And I'm not going to walk into your strip club without at least giving money to some dancers, right? So I asked the young lady to give me $500 off of my American Express. She says,
what do you mean?
Take my card, bring me back 500
Oh, I see. You try 500?
To start, yeah.
Dang, you going crazy like that?
I don't go crazy. That's not going crazy in strip club.
$500 isn't going crazy?
That's not going crazy.
What world are we living in right now?
I mean, that's my point. So that's my point. Like, if I want to come into the strip club, how much are your dances, ma'am? They're $15. Okay. If I want to come in and have one dance and give you $25, you're looking at me like I'm crazy. Unless people are breaking real bread, y'all think that they are all kind of this, that, and the other, right? So I asked the young lady, bring me back $500, 500 ones. She goes, she says nothing. Okay, no problem. Yada, 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 yada. She brings me back my 500 ones, okay, with nothing. Later that night, I go to tip her for her service. She's bringing the bill back for our drinks and yada, 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 yada. I tipped the girl 20%, right? I don't even know how many dances we got, but we done spent, all of us got money. We all leaving empty-handed, right? I go home the next day. I look at my credit card from home the next day, and the club had taken $575.
They charged you to pay them? That's crazy.
And I was like, what's the $75? And they're like, oh, that's the fee for getting your ones. I said, is that the credit card fee? Because that's not the credit card fee. Is that the credit card fee? No, that's the fee that we charge, the club charges to service you your ones.
What? 15%.
Yo, Shans. And then the fact that the girl didn't even tell me ahead of time that, oh, there's going to be a $75 charge associated with this. Are you cool with that? If you had said that, I would have made a decision. I probably would have still got the money. But now I feel a way for tipping you when you didn't tell me what my service or what my request actually cost. I didn't until I went to look at my credit card statement the next day.
How much did you spend all together that night?
I don't know. I didn't hand my card to a stripper. I handed it to the waitress. I don't know how much money I spent that night.
That sounds like a lot of money.
I mean, it should be. Technically, $500 should buy you several dances, right? But they look at you, and here's the thing.
And that's $75. The extra $75 is nasty.
Let me tell you what.
Crazy.
Let me tell you what happened to me in Onyx years ago. So you got to be real careful, and you got to go in and clarify your transactional experiences inside these strip clubs. Let me tell you what they did. So some years ago, me and my friends are hanging out at the strip club, and I got friends in town, and we going crazy. Like, we got all the girls in the booth, we got the bottles, and we just, making it rain like money. And so when the girls were done, they look and say, that's going to be, let's just say $700. I said, to do what? To do what? I said, all your money's on the floor. Oh, there's no way for us to guarantee that that's the fee. That's just extra. Those are tips. Girl, I will kick you in your throat right here. They said we couldn't she was like, I couldn't count that to make sure that that's all. Well, I'll count it for you. Let me pick my money. I will count this money for you. She said, oh no, the money that you throw on the floor is tips because it be going all over the place. That was my whole budget.
Oh my gosh. This is crazy, y'all. This is be careful, man. Be careful out here.
So now I clarify, like, do you want your money in your hand? Or if I do this, is that also the cost for dances? Because I'm always going to give you more money.
Yeah.
But I need to know that $500 that I just dropped on the floor counts toward your fee.
Yeah.
That's not a tip, babe. There's not a butt that I've seen twerk in a way that I'm going to tip you $500 on top of your $500 dances. I ain't seen those tricks.
Incredible. And I guess people pay it though. They just be paying it. Anyway, we got anything else?
No.
I think. But here's the thing. I will, if I'm just being honest, if I'm an entrepreneur and I'm vending, I'm adding that little tip joint on there just in case, because I'm inclined to do that. I would do that.
I'm not.
I would.
I'm not.
You might not, but I would.
I'm not.
You get an extra $3. You wouldn't go to Five Guys, get a burger, and give them that extra $3, right? It doesn't make sense. But what I'm saying is the way my people pleasing and anxiety is set up, I'm always looking at the person, and in my head, I'm thinking this is the moment of truth, and they're looking at me like, okay, what you gonna do, bro? And I'm like, no, I'll tip. It's cool. I'm here, guys. I'm good. So I'm just saying, it gives you an opportunity, like you said, what you were reading. It gives other people an opportunity to value me more than I value myself. So in that regard, I'm not mad at that, actually.
I just think you guys who are doing just a standard service that's already being paid for, think twice about the tip culture that you're feeding into in your business. Also, like if you're already charging like a standard gratuity, if the bill already comes built in with 20%, go ahead and take that little tip line off. Oh my God, if that tip's already built in, all right.
But I actually like that because it takes and I still tip. Again, in a restaurant, but y'all gotta understand, I'm relying on this. So I'm a little more, I lean more towards that, right? So I'll put a little something on there. But I actually like that you put the 20% in, because now I could just throw a little something on it and there's no pressure because you already got your money. But some people, you gotta be careful too. In a restaurant, what they'll do is they'll give you the receipt. And most people, they just look at the bottom line number, right? So to take your credit card, run the credit card, and when they come back with the little, the receipt, they don't give you the itemized receipt. They just give you the one that says this is the total and the tip, because all receipts don't say additional tip. So you might have put 20% on the tip, but when they bring it back, they intentionally take away the itemized receipt so that you'll tip again 20% on top of that. Little games that be being played.
Yeah. I mean, I love a pre-built-in tip too, so it's not even a conversation, but I don't love when the server doesn't tell you that it's already built in. You know, we've had a couple of glasses of wine. Just let us know that the tip was already in there, or when they do stuff like that, like hide the original receipt, or when they expect more of a tip. Like I've been in situations at restaurants where I'm like, oh, is the tip already included? And they're like, yeah, I mean, that part, they say something as if to imply, yeah, that's included, but you could always add a little more. Yeah. Look, in a minute, it's going to become unaffordable to patronize restaurants and bars and certain type of businesses, because they're at 30% suggestions now, especially like on the West Coast. 30% suggestions on the bill. I think at that one breakfast place we went to, it was 28%, which I see 28% now. I'm not even shocked. But 30%, so basically we'll be soon at 50% on tipping services.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm over it.
That joint used to say 10, 15, 20. That's it.
Somebody said it's anxiety when you decline a tip and now you don't know if you're going to receive good service. No, it'd be for me, like at the nail salon, they watch you like a hawk when you're doing that checkout. They watch you like a hawk. It's either they ask you, how much would you like to leave on the card for a tip? And you be like, $10. $5. I mean, because I can't tip. I'm tired of walking in for a manicure and a pedicure and leaving out spending $200. My friend Maya will tell you, I be in there like, so defeated. That's why I only get my nails done once a month now. Like I used to be the every 2 week girl, but y'all cost too much. Now I gotta make this last. Now I only get this basic color, so you can't really see from a distance that my nails they've been done for a month.
I cut my own hair. Unless it's like a special event going on. Yep, I do my it don't be the sharpest, but who cares? You know what I mean? I cut my own hair. All right, y'all. Hey, listen, the moral of the story is, be careful out here. Every dollar counts towards your wealth building. You'll get tipped to death out here. People are spending hundreds of dollars additional in tips every single month, and you could do something with that money. Or imagine an extra $50 in unresolved tips, like unrealized tips. Golly, can y'all see what's going on in my arms? Unbelievable. I was just like this, and I was like, yo, something's happening right now. I've been on my 100 push-ups a day. I mean,
do 100 real quick right now.
I can't do 100 straight. I could knock out 50.
Do it.
What you gonna give me?
$100.
You'll give me $100 if I can I can do 50 straight push-ups
without a break.
Without a break. Mm-hmm. 50 straight. Where's the 100?
On my Cash App.
You're gonna send me. Okay. Listen, Donni. In front of all these people, you're gonna give me $100 if I do. What happens if I can't do the 50?
You get nothing. I'll give you $1 a push-up. How about that?
No. Now I need $2.
I'm not giving you $2 a push-up.
You're gonna give me $100 for 50 push-ups.
It's either you do the 50.
And you'll give me $100. Mm-hmm. For real. All right. Hey, let's get one of them camera angles. Let's go. Oh, this is.
Is this light work? Is this light work?
Yeah. 50 joints? No problem. All right, we're ready? Okay, let's go. I should take the shoes off. You gotta take it off. Yeah, shouts out to Celebrity. I'm not gonna do nothing to our shoes, bro.
Shout out. This is 50 push-ups, no break, no stopping, for $100. And we're doing the real push-up. 1, 2, 3. Count it out, Shans.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Come all the way up. You're not coming all the way up.
24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47.
All the way up. Come on. 49, 50. Now you musty in your work clothes, but you're getting your $100 though.
Come on, man. I've been doing 100 a day. It's been a little over a month now.
They were saying he ain't come up all the way. You're
cheating. That's a lie, bro.
They definitely said
that was a full range push-up. You're not supposed to lock your elbows. I'm gonna give it to you. Which shows me people don't really know how to do push-ups.
Okay. A couple of people. You tired, huh?
Not really.
No?
I could have did more.
Do them. Do another 50.
I don't know if I can do another 50. I only take bets I know I could win.
Do another 50. Do another 50 and I'll give you $1,000.
I don't know if
But if you can't do it, you get nothing.
Those shows like
You're taking too long. He's trying to catch his breath, and that's not gonna work for me.
I don't know if I can do another 50.
What's that show? Where you go to the next level and win.
Who wants to be a millionaire? If you miss it,
who wants
you
to
get
be a
nothing?
millionaire? You get nothing.
Yeah, sometimes they be so far up. I'd be like, yo, I'm going home.
I'm taking this little $75,000 and I'm out of here.
You need my cell? Or Let's keep the main thing right now, okay?
Let me see, because the way my checking accounts be set up.
Nope.
Let me sell you your little money.
So here's the moral of the story, y'all. I don't take bets that are chance. So as soon as I decided to do it, you should have known your money was going.
But I'd already extended the offer.
And I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? I'm not a renegger. I'm not. What are you guys talking about?
No, it was a strong word, yeah.
Oh, well, I don't renege. I'm sorry. Why is that the word?
Yeah.
Push-ups.
Oh yeah.
Now you tired, Shans. You need a nap?
No.
You need some rest?
I was 50. Can you do 50?
I can't do 5.
How many squats can you do?
Oh, I can squat all day. I'm not about to sit on camera and do
squats. Now you said you can squat all day.
But I'm not about to do it for the social proof
What's
audience.
the most squats you've ever done?
So me and my workout buddy go through these challenges where we'll do like a dumbbell challenge that's 250 dumbbells, like nonstop. Same thing with squats, stuff like that. You change the squat, like it might be sumo squats, regular squats, all that stuff. But probably maybe like 100 before I'm about to die. And
you
then
do 100 squats nonstop. Mm-hmm. You can get your $100 back if you do 100 squats.
It's not something that I do easily. Like all of our workouts, we finish with a burner. So it'll either be like 250 squats, 250 jump jacks, or 250 like ab exercises without a break. Like we do this.
Do a little 100.
I'm not interested.
Get your get back.
So the thing is, the risk has to be greater than the reward, right?
$100 is a good amount of money.
Yeah, that's cool. I just gave it to you.
Did you? Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Check.
How'd you send it?
Zelle. To your.
I did just get $100 from Donni. Mm-hmm. Thank you.
For sure.
Yeah.
Can we go to lunch?
Nope.
Can we go to lunch? Your treat?
Yo, actually, I would, but I can't this month.
Oh, but is it really?
Yes.
Does it count if
no
I fronted drinks, you the money?
No sweets, no pasta, which brings up a good point. So I was thinking about this, and I got to make a post on Instagram.
You still breathing hard.
Is something wrong with that? Like that wasn't.
You are still breathing hard.
That's 50 push-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so here's my thing. So I asked, golly, this is crazy. I mean, let's just not act like we don't see it though.
What do you mean?
Can
what are
we just
we
not
seeing?
act like we don't see it?
Go back to his shot. Are you talking about your ligaments? Your veins?
Come on.
Okay.
Can we just not act like we don't see it? That's all I ask.
It's on this arm. Do that little side again. That little
golly.
side.
Oh, out here going crazy. Come on, man.
Finally.
Let's just not act like it ain't there. And if you like if you cup under the shirt, if you cup under the joint, you gotta slide down and cup. Bow. We got depth here. We got depth.
Does it show if you just do your arms regular like this?
Let me see. I don't know. This is yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, it looks like
it.
It looks like I got something.
But here's when you find for men when you get that neck. You gotta get
back
this.
Let me see my neck.
And then it gets the definition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta get that neck. Yes. That neck has to go into you only find like Reese
going on there.
You gotta get the neck, and the neck has to go into this little area right here, and that neck has to extend into that shoulder right there. That's when you find
like thick-necked.
Traps on fire. Hear me? And for clarity, I'm talking about the muscles in your back traps.
Yeah, no. Hold on, because I was gonna go somewhere.
Because the way y'all just look.
You made a little provocative post where I think Trap was kissing you or something like that.
Okay, all right, calm down. That didn't happen.
That did happen.
That did not happen. Trap wasn't kissing me. Don't say that.
Hold on,
you guys will make something of anything.
Let me just see it. Let me just see what
minor.
Let me see what I'm trying to say. Oh, you're kissing Trap. I'm talking about grabbing full face. I'm like, this is who's one of them. You was going crazy, and it says locked in. Are y'all? And then he kissed you. What are you talking about? He kissed you. Don't act like I'm not crazy. All right, so are y'all locked in?
For sure. Me and Trap been locked in, and we're locked in for life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we locked in. But that means different things to different people. We're locked in as friends.
But when you grab somebody's, I never kiss none of my friends like that.
You're a married man. You
Even when I wasn't, I never grabbed somebody's face. I never grabbed somebody's face and kissed them. Not none of my friends. I just never did that. I'm not saying that's wrong. I think it's a vibe, actually.
We're friends.
Yeah,
we're friends
that before.
Yeah, no.
No, you said that before. No, we're friends. Yeah.
And y'all probably were friends. Y'all were probably friends. But no, Trap and I are friends. Anyway, when we said trap here, it was a reference to the muscle in the top of your back. Mm-hmm. Nothing more, nothing less.
I was about to say something too. Where was I going? It was a good point too.
Somebody said Dave is so messy, and I could not agree more.
How is that messy when you the one? All right. Take responsibility for your own actions. You can't act like we wouldn't think, and y'all knew what people would think. I am infatuated with what's going on.
Let's focus on your arm. Wait, is it the shadow from the mic arm?
No.
Move your mic real quick.
No, that's
Ooh!
Chance.
That's you.
Yeah.
And is that coming strictly from push-ups?
Yeah, that's all I do.
Okay, so I can't do push-ups, but I can do rows.
Oh, but real quick, okay, before I forget the
rows
story.
will give me that same thing, right?
So look, we have a challenge in our community, right? So on my list, it's a few things. So, and I'll read them real quick for this month. No sugary drinks, no sweets. And I've been really seeing a difference in my midsection too, because I haven't been eating sweets like that. Really at all. So no sugary drinks. I really only been drinking water or 100% fruit juice. No sweets, no pasta, no fried food. But here's where it gets tricky. No apparel, no impulse buys, no paying for anyone's food. And then 100 push-ups. So I asked Rashad and Troy if I could do like hot seating, because last year they had in the vendor marketplace, they set up podcast stages. I'm like, yo, let me just do hot seat and bring people on. It was like, we'll work on it. But I guess they just couldn't do it because, they got their programming set. So I said, I'm bucking the system. I'm gonna do hot seat anyway. Don't tell them, okay? Well, it's public anyway. Anyway, I'm doing it anyway. But I'm just gonna walk around the vendor marketplace and do hot seat. Right? So
okay, I like
we'll go to the different businesses and I'm put them in a hot seat, ask them the cost of their goods, all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be cool. The problem is for August, it's no apparel, no impulse buys. So I want to, if they can actually succeed, I want to buy the apparel, but I can't because I said I wasn't gonna do it on my list. So do you think it's tacky? Because this is what I'm gonna do. I was gonna make a post and start getting donations for me to support the vendors.
No, you're still buying.
No, I'm not. I'm taking the money from them and donating it.
Okay,
I'm not donating, I'm buying it, but it's not me buying it.
With that thought process, you can take the $100 that I just gave you and we can go to lunch.
Well, no. I'm not saying we could. I'm not doing that. But
yeah, because you can eat salad with a sugar-free vinaigrette.
What?
At this point, you're not spending your own money, right?
No, it's just not about that. I'm just not taking you out with that money. I don't have an excuse for that. I don't want to do that.
Okay, so yes, you can take donations, or if you do this live, you can have crowd participation and somebody make a purchase.
Oh, we can stream that joint live. Oh, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stream it live. And then get crowd participation, and they can decide whether I buy or not.
Or you can have the crowd buy. We're gonna get you some customers right now. We're live. If you love this right now, let me show it to you. Let me demonstrate it. I need somebody to buy it and drop I bought it or drop a money bag when you buy it.
The only problem is it takes them away from the live. Yeah, so I'd rather they just give me the money.
But then why don't you set a specific budget ahead of time, because you're setting this budget.
I could, but I can't buy any apparel from my own money.
It's not an impulse buy.
But it's still buying apparel. So let's say somebody has a hoodie and they're doing really, really good, but it's kind of like the easiest thing, and it's a business that I know.
So then don't buy on the spot and schedule that they go live with you on Instagram September 1st.
Yeah, I won't do that either.
Okay.
Or don't buy anything, just give them a donation.
I kind of made up my mind on what I was going to do already.
Okay, then why are you asking?
You know, you ask people just to validate your own thing that you want to do. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, so your suggestions mean nothing to me.
Wait. Andre Frank TX, are you suggesting that you're gonna pay for us to go to lunch? Is that what you're saying?
Who?
You're gonna pay for?
I'm sorry, I beg your pardon.
Andre looks like he said he'll buy right now. It looks like he's in Texas.
He'll buy right now? Mm-hmm. When he says he'll buy right now, what do you mean?
Well, because I don't know. He's saying send the code, post the link.
Cash App it right now?
Donate. The Cash App is...
I'm sorry, hold on. For lunch or
he
for
said,
the
no, ma'am.
seat?
Dang.
Okay.
Dang, Andre. We were going on a business meeting to frame this out. And
yeah. Come on, Andre. I'll take your money back now, Andre.
Can somebody treat us to lunch? Because Dave isn't. And
Donnie, don't do that. Because you know they're going to clip that up.
They're going to clip it up.
Donnie always begging.
Donnie is always begging. First of all, it'd be you.
It don't be me.
It'd be you asking for the Cash App.
I do it in a very tactful,
okay, how would you do
way. If I was getting people to pay for lunch? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't think I'd do that. That's something you into.
How have you done it in the many times past?
I don't think I've done that. I think we were taking a conversation somewhere and they're already in support mode and then people support. I don't know.
Is that what happened?
Hey, listen. let me ask this question.
Yo, Dave be so scared of the internet.
Maybe one lucky winner.
He be so scared of the internet, and I don't care what y'all think.
I do. I be care.
No, you care how it makes you feel.
100%.
Yeah, for
You're
sure.
absolutely right. Okay.
Forget them people.
All right, so maybe what we should do, Donnie, is we should like take one person to lunch.
What happened?
Who?
He said,
go by herself and take a picture.
I will pay for Donni to go by herself and take a picture.
Weird or no? Almost like asking for a foot pic or something, right?
When you say take a picture, do you mean to take a proof pic of the food?
Nah, he want a picture of you and that. I mean, he want an exclusive pic that's not on the gram.
Not an exclusive pic that's not on the gram.
Yeah, I will pay for Donni to go by herself.
Just to say I took you on a date. You mean a picture of my food?
It's giving OnlyFans.
No, he said chill, Dave, like you doing too much. He said you're doing too much.
I'm just reading your comment. What do you mean? I didn't do anything.
He said chill.
How's just to say I took you on a date? Yeah, it's getting weirder. What you mean? Shouts out to Dre. Just to say I took you on a date.
Thank you, Andre. That's very, very sweet. But I was joking about the lunch contribution.
But no, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. You were joking.
Yes, I was.
If he was gonna send $200 for us to hit Capitol Grill or something like that, you would send the Cash App. Don't try to act. I know I would. Say what you want. I'm taking that.
Can you? Oh, you are. Can you eat Capitol Grill today?
Yeah. It's just no fried food, no pasta, no sweets, no sugary drinks.
Let me just, hold on, let me.
Yo, you know what?
Donni
what you about to
Wiggins.
do? You about to drop your Cash App?
No, I would never tell people that my Cash App is $ Donni Wiggins.
Yo, real quick.
For no reason would I do that.
Real quick, what's the social proof Cash App? Because I don't have cash. I don't have a personal Cash App. What's the social proof Cash? $. No, that I can't. I don't have that one. So
$ social proof 7
proof
is the one
7?
that I don't know why you needed that information, but it's $ social proof 7, right, Kay? Yeah.
So you can, and I don't even have that on my phone, but you'll be able to see if someone sends money.
They would never send money with the subject line lunch for David and Donni. Nobody would do that anymore, Dave.
But here's the thing. Here's why it's important. So I think you all know that we're not starving or hungry and we can buy our own lunch. However, sometimes you do have to give people an opportunity to sow a seed and be appreciative. When someone gives you something, you should give them something back, right? So,
I've never been tipped before, you guys. Consider it a tip.
Now you're sounding desperate. Okay, what's wrong with you, Donni? I've never been tipped, guys. Please.
I've never been tipped.
So
that was the language of the whole show.
Here's one thing. when I'm like talking to podcasters, teaching podcasters, you have to have something to sell, even if it's like a Patreon where someone can pay $2 a month, $5 a month, because you give people an opportunity to show their appreciation. You give people an opportunity to support you. Now, some people they don't have the money for a one-on-one consultation or one of our higher ticket programs, but some people might just say, yo, I'm gonna sow a seed. I'm gonna take you on lunch for all the information and game you give me, and that makes them feel better.
But okay, I have two things real quick. Someone commented, and it's kind of to this point. They said, to be honest, to be able to get mentorship over lunch is worth it.
Leah, the wax lady, said, I will pay if I can come. You know what? Okay. You know what? I'm with that.
Check Leah.
Well, I don't know. And shouts out to Fashion by Fly Clothing, said, I got y'all.
Okay. What do you think? The second you can figure that out real quick.
Leah, are you in Atlanta?
And are you ready right now?
Because you right now?
Yeah, because I haven't
schedule it?
I haven't. Oh, we can. I have a
I would do that.
eye doctor appointment at I don't want to say.
Yeah, Andre said he signed
You
up.
actually signed up for your Andre. That's
Leah,
better
the
than
wax
lunch.
lady, sent a cash out. How much was it though? Because is this a Chipotle?
Where'd you send it to?
Who'd you send it? I just sent the
Somebody
cash out.
said you may not have been
Check-
tipped financially,
check
but
Social Proof 7.
you get tipped intellectually.
How much was it? You see it? You see it? Oh. She's about to put it. Okay, just tell me how much it was, Leah.
Andre Frank said he sent a donation to Social Proof. Yo, we can go eat right now.
We can go eat right now. Actually.
I'm hungry.
Where are we going?
Capitol Grill.
Andre
you, Andre.
sent $50.
Thank you, Leah.
Hold on now, Leah. Okay, shouts
was
out
her
to the $10.
message?
She said, "I'll pay if I can come with y'all." I always go eat too.
She
Oh,
said
2 4 for 4s?
her
Yo,
cash
shouts
app-
out to the 4 for 4s. I ain't mad at that, man. Wendy's first off, Wendy's have fed me on multiple occasions.
she
Shouts out to
sent
you.
$10 with a note that said for 2 4 for 4s on the wax lady.
I love it. We appreciate that. No,
No,
she
she
said
said-
4 for 4.
Yeah, two of them, so $8.
4 for 4 is $4. If you get 2 of them, it's $8 plus the tax. Oh, I got you. I see.
I mean, we can get sushi with that.
From Publix?
No, because Andre sent $50
They
and
doing
then
that
she
10?
sent 10. We can go to the little Mexican spot.
You know what that deserves? Hold on, let me make sure. I'm about to go to. Can somebody? Where's my other phone? Do I have it? Where's my other
Just
phone?
being
I'm gonna make sure I
Mish
follow. Let me follow. At
said
least, Leah, I'm about to
same.
follow you right now. Who keys?
Did somebody
got
else
random
send
keys
something?
in here? And who been sitting in my seat? Somebody.
Okay, so one of the things I wanted to get to back to a serious note. I wanted to.
Let me go
I have
follow Leah real quick.
seen not a lot, but I have seen some of our larger influencer entrepreneurs on Instagram have a tip option in their. Let me show you the platform. Let me see if they still have it up because I suggested that they took it down. I thought it was cheesy, but let me see real quick. There is a platform. Oh, they took it. They changed it.
Yeah, underscore.
So there is a platform that allows you to just post for tips, like post your link just for people to tip you. And I have seen some of our influencers have that in there. And on one hand, the thought process could be, don't tip me with badges on Instagram. Maybe because of how it pays out or how little the badges are. You can buy 99 cents, $4.99, and they have a tip option in their bio. So if you click their link, you see all their offers, and then at the bottom it will just say tips. What do you guys think about that? It's just you click it, just a tip. So maybe the content is so valuable, or maybe you just went live and you're like, hey, if you love this live, go and tip us. I'm not personally a fan of collecting tips. for what I do. I don't know. I'm not personally a fan of just people giving me money and we didn't add any value, but I've seen it a few times now, and I was wondering, like, is this the new wave? What do you think? If you saw a tip link in an entrepreneur's bio, would you share? Would you offer them a tip? No? Y'all giving tips in the Instagram bio?
I just made a post. Go follow my friend Leah, the wax lady. She just gave Donni $10.
Yeah, I can't stand you. You got to do it for.
I know. I got to find Frank. Where's Frank?
You got to do it for Frank
What's his Instagram? Frank. Hey, listen. First off, we're not charging for like shout outs, but the fact that they found it in their heart to allow Donni and I to go grab some lunch.
It's Andre Frank TX.
Andre Frank.
So
Frank
I
TX.
am Centrella said it's better to give directly to them
And I'm following.
versus Instagram. Azul, the creator, said it's tacky as hell. Pretty in Pink Brow said, I think it's tacky. UK isn't really about this tipping stuff, says connect with Jay. Maurice I. Jones says, I think it's a great right now option to get real-time reward from your followers, depending on your content though. It depends on if it's for raising money for a good cause like charity. No, it's not for a cause. They are literally asking for your tips, not donations. Connect with Jay said he'd rather buy the books or something of substance. Ranisha B, but that requires that they do more work. Somebody has to process that order, pack it up, ship it. So then you're buying, you're not tipping. It's not the same concept. Ranisha B says, if they are not your target audience but want to support you, okay, I can see that. But there has to be trust there. He gonna be a billionaire says, if it's valuable information, absolutely the right information can put you in a different tax bracket. I guess maybe there's room for, to a good point. Like if people, let's just say your least expensive offer is $100 a month, and people don't have the money or the desire to buy that from you, but they want to sow a seed and support you, maybe that is a good thing. I didn't look at it from that perspective.
Yo, I think I think this is what we should do. We should go to lunch with like one random entrepreneur every month. Okay. I mean, they gotta go to a nice restaurant or something like that, and we just do it.
I actually love that.
That would be cool.
Let's
go. Some of those restaurants they can't record. We put the little small
on the table.
Osmo joint.
Mm-hmm. You get one angle, I'll get one angle. We both got two phones.
I'm with that. Then we should do that. Who sent the $100?
Who sent that?
Donald Terry.
For lunch. We're about to go.
Shouts out to Donald Terry.
We're about to go.
Team order right there.
Reese said it sounded like a team order.
Andre Frank said that he'll fly out here next week to do that.
Hold on. Where is who sent Donald Terry? What's his Instagram? Is it Don? Oh, it's Don. Oh, Donald. To be on. Oh, actually, I have I actually have a coaching session with Donald. Right? Yeah, so he's gonna take this assessment. All right, let me. All right, man. Oh, we got lunch.
We got lunch. We got to wrap this up. I got to grab some
stuff I need to do.
I got to grab some vittles before I go to my eye appointment.
What time is it?
I don't really want to say on camera.
You've got enough time to go somewhere?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very, very interesting and all over the place conversation.
We've been all over the place.
We were on topic for the actual episode, but then it just started going left when I saw my arms.
Oh my gosh. Y'all know David be doing push-ups in random places on random floors, and then he goes to get something to eat and doesn't wash his hands.
I don't go to be doing nothing. I did it one time.
He did it on a public hotel lobby entrance floor where all of the traffic comes through with their luggage, their children, their feet from outdoors on a floor, not even a carpet. So highly transferable surfaces. He did his push-ups and then went to breakfast or brunch and picked his cheesy tacos up with the same hands. He did the cheese pull, ate his tacos with unwashed hands.
Why are you doing this? this is what you want to do?
It's disgusting, actually.
You know what? I'm going to post in my stories. Guess who in that video that I sent you when we were at dinner?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, you know.
That's a very different blast.
It was so funny.
It was not funny.
Donni was sitting down. We had just finished eating too. She looked mad frumpy. So I zoomed in on just the little midsection. That joint looked crazy.
Yo,
I'm reserving that. Just
crazy.
This might not be the time, but just know it's in the archive.
It don't matter because that doesn't exist for me in real life.
Nah, it was a video of you.
If you guys enjoyed this episode, please comment in the comments wherever you are watching. No.
Can I show them? They won't even be able to see it close up.
Who are you showing?
Right there on the camera.
No, because it's gonna be on the episode. Y'all, I was looking very unshapely. Let me see. I don't care. You can show that.
All right.
I had just gotten through eating Italian food.
And it's not bad. It's just
I went crazy.
I think the fact that you got this little platter in your hand.
My to-go box.
The fact that I just decided to take this video is what makes it funny. Who does this? But here you go. Look, can you see it? You probably can't see it.
Look at my stomach, y'all. Look at my stomach.
That's all midsection right there. And it's just so funny because she'd be like, yeah, I work out 8 times a week. All right.
I don't say that ever. I don't say that. I do work out 4 days a week. And since in August, I walk 3 miles minimally 3 days a week. I'm just trying to be my best.
On your journey for sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be my best. Now, when I come out wearing my dress with abs that you can see through the fabric, say nothing.
Go crazy. You deserve that.
I'm going to go crazy.
All right, let's go because I got some stuff to do today anyway. And I told my wife I'd be home early.
Okay, so we got to hurry up and go eat. Oh, my God. I'm so grateful to this for Donald and Terry. Andre and...
Donald, Terry, Andre, and...
Andre Frank TX and...
Yep. And the Wax Leah.
Wax by Leah.
Not Wax by Leah.
It's not Wax by Leah.
Leah the Wax
Leah
lady.
the Wax lady. You guys are so
And I posted them on my
awesome.
stories. Just go follow them, man.
Did you post Donald?
Yeah, all 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys are so awesome. We thank you so much.
Appreciate the love, y'all.
We also appreciate you watching the podcast week after week and tuning in to all of our random conversations. But at the end of this, you should know, should you be putting a tip link in your bio? Is tip culture tacky? Are there industries where you're going to take a stand and say, you know what? I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to be abused by tip culture anymore.
Yeah. Or you're going to keep just taking advantage of people like me and playing on my emotions.
All right. So we're out of here. Bye.
Peace. You just watched this whole episode. If you like this episode, watch this one right here. Click right here. You're going to like this one if you like the one you just watched. Check it out.